Thank you to Scotch Award and other participants for this presentation. We are applied for like project sector under CSR. My name is Nilesh Dave. I'm a heading marketing and direct to consumer division over here with Rasna Group. Person is nominated is Mr. Pirus Khambada, he's the chairman. Arish Khambada Benevolent Trust is founded by the Khambada family, which own Rasna Group, and it's basically unit of Rasna. There are two websites wherein you will find CSR related all group activities. We have actually started this year's CSR activity from 2008 onwards, but like currently we are evaluating only for like from December 22 to March 23. Arish Khambada Benevolent Trust is a CSR arm of Rasna Group. It's actively involved in the field of healthcare and education to ensure that the underprivileged gets the base of healthcare and education. This is basically we are from a private company. It's a private group, this is a very important slide. Rasna is one of the most sought after global beverage brand. We have been enriching lives with high quality beverages and diverse food offerings for many decades. We are currently exporting to more than 50 countries and also like one of the very strong and trusted brand in India. Beyond business, what make our brand more appealing in our social commitment under the banner of Rasna Cares? We have been undertaking various initiatives that strengthen our society from the grassroots. To reach out the remotest corner of society and make a positive difference, we have established a Arish Khambada Benevolent Trust and Rasna Foundation. This establishment also help us in quality execution of the projects. Mr. Pirus Khambada is a degree in biochemistry and a bachelor in law. He's attended several top management courses such as program at the Wharton School in Philadelphia, and I'm in Calcutta. He's also recently received doctorate in entrepreneurship from Newport University in the United States. He has basically joined Rasna Group in 1997 after completion of his graduation. He strictly believed in making India philosophy, and is started supporting making India even before we started from a government perspective. Mr. Khambada has won various awards for the organization as well as personal ground. This award includes the Dadabhai Nauroji Award, then also Mother Teresa Award. He's in addition to 100% involvement in family business, he's also very active in public life by holding various prestigious positions. He's a founder, trustee, and chairman of the CSR arm of company. Mr. Piyush Khambada is also involved in CSR activity. He founded and served as a chairman of Arish Khambada Benevolent Trust, and Rasna Foundation, two organizations that provide outstanding services in the area of health and education. Mr. Pirus Khambada currently holds the following position. He's the chairman of CII National Committee on Food Processing for almost a decade. He's a co-chair for the CII National Committee on Empowerment of a Person of Disability, 2023, and IBDN. He is basically industry's lead CII subgroup of National Widow System. He's a chairman of CII National Task Force on Affirmative Action. He's a past chairman of CII Western Region and CII Gujarat. He's honorary council of General of South Korea, Gujarat. Now, if I look at the Arish Khambada Benevolent Trust is committed to foster sustainable development and strengthen the nation from its roots. That's the main motto or reason behind the presence of this foundation. I just would like to go and here. Basically, trust is committed to foster sustainable development and strengthen the nation from its roots. Mandate of a foundation is to make healthcare affordable to the needy and deserving. Basically, we are into like healthcare segment, education, women's empowerment, and social upliftment of needy people, wherein like our basically foundation help them. We are also help in WAPIS, which is a World Alliance of Parsi, Iranian, Gerocyst, and Vrajara Foundation. So these are the area wherein Aris Khambada, Benevolent Trust, and Rasna Care provide help to people. So if I look at the what major like initiatives we have taken, or what the major issues we have found out, and how what are the action taken in order to resolve that one, it's a still ongoing process. People from low income group are unable to afford healthcare. India is home to one of the largest number of blind people on this planet. This is as per WHO findings. Unaffordability of a cancer treatment and longer wait time result many times fatal for a patient. Infant children battling with eye, blinding, fatal illness, financial support required to run orphanage. So these are the major problem we found out, and like as a part of a project, we are working on that. And the initiative we have taken is basically find out and selected private hospitals and NGO to provide healthcare for critical disease for a free and subsidized rate. The second thing is partner with the Blind People Association to address curable and avoidable visual impairments disease by affecting offering free eye checkup, free cataract surgeries, and free eye consultation for needy people. East Khambada Balavan Trust with CIMS, which is a like chain of hospitals, wherein like we have opened our cancer center along with CIMS, and this center provide almost free treatment to needy and subsidized cost to deserving people, otherwise who have to wait for like endlessly afford cancer cure treatment. Like we have tie up with envisage with the private hospitals, especially this for our kids, like people are small age group who are facing severe eye related issues. So we have a tie up with the Raghuveer Eye Hospital. We also provide monetary support to orphanage and other organizations, NGOs. We also provide monetary support for building and shelter for needy children. So like these are the interventions we involve into, like Dadabhai Nauroji Loan Scholarship, wherein we provide loan to needy people for higher studies. Then like we have already explained, like we are there into CIMS Kambata Linux Center is there for a cancer treatment, especially radio active basically radiation therapy. Then we have also like tab with the Blind People's Association to help people who are suffering from a eyes related disease, and like we have subsidized more than 50,000 plus like eye surgeries till date. Like we have also not mentioned here in a details, but we are also like a part of a SWACH Abhiyan of government of Gujarat and other government. Also supporting neonatal care, which is like there is a HM hospital based out of a central Gujarat, to where like we are providing support for a treatment. Adopt a child our care program, wherein like we adopt a child and provide free treatment as well as subsidized wherever like whatever the requirement according to that one. So if I look at the USP or what is the innovation, because everybody is like either somebody is using technology or like what is newness or innovation is there. In our case, as such, like there is technologies not involved from our side, but we have basically entered into tie-up. We have tried to find out basically the NGOs or like private hospitals or a private foundations, like which are having like professionally managed, which are technologically advanced, and this has helped us in tab with them is basically creating trust among governments, patients, and other stakeholders. This has resulted into more and more like needy people have started coming up, like they have started using these our activities and services. And like we are also willing and spending on a day-to-day basis, like on year basis, we have increased our spending for like CSR activities. So currently, if you look at, like, we have a basically tie up with like Blind Men's People Association, CIMS, Raghu Wapis, and Amcha Gar in Bombay. So these are the few picks of that one. Like, we haven't taken this so much seriously from a promotion point of view. So that's why we don't have a much photographs or a video as a moment. So because we feel from our heart like it's part of our job. So we are like investing money for a betterment of our people. So see, these are the few pictures of different associations and NGOs and organizations and hospitals wherein we are involved on the same. So what is the future plan we are having? So Aris Khambada Trust is basically desired to have a future time center for philanthropic activity, for healthcare, education, community service, and old age all home also we are trying to be there on a future. So we are in currently in discussion with the government of Gujarat and Ahmedabad to find out specific space for that, and that is exclusively we are going to use for a CSR activity, not for any personal or a private this thing. Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for your time. Yeah, in case if you have any questions or yeah, we are open to that one. Yes, sir.
It's a good work which is going on. It's really
Right, sir.
to see this type of thing.
Sir, is there any questions or any doubt or anything like?
How many are the beneficiaries typically in a year?
See, like we are spending in tune of somewhere around 1.5 crore plus. So if I take example of eye cataract operations, it's in tune of around 15,000 plus. Plus there are ongoing kind of thing like neonatal is like basically for a small kids. So as such, there is no restriction or a fixed target on a every yearly basis. So like whoever patients come and like they have a below salary of like say 5 lakh lesser than a 5 lakh income, we like provide free care to them, or in case if it's above that, and if they need subsidized, so that, so there's nothing as such fixed target. But in case if somebody require data, definitely we can support that one. Everything is basically, yeah.
Good, good, good. Very good activity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your time.
And basically the in case of death claim, their investigation come into picture. Nowadays, like COVID, every insurance company came with the COVID product. And COVID product, what happens, lots of rogue groups came into picture, and they have start business taking the COVID policy. And for this, it's a major challenge for all insurance company in India. Like even I'm telling you, in case of SBI Life, near about 5,000 crores we paid during the time of COVID policies. So their investigations plays very big role. And another thing, this is a customer centric business. So how means speedily or timely you can settle the claim. Till now, it's very challenging for SBI Life. As you know, it's number one private insurer. It's very challenging for us to settle the claim within a week time. So it's because it was paper traversal across pan India. Some private investigators companies are there, then field force are coming into picture. So paper movement was happening. We are requesting the supervisor on the mail, then they are allocating the investigator, then they are going in the field, they are collecting the data from the various gram panchayat or any city, the respective authorities, and then they are sending the details to our office. They are validating, reviewing again any query. So these kind of workflow is taking very long time. And as you know, So our objective was missing. Objective was missing. So we came with this novel idea, the this one clip. Clip is the basically this mobility solution provide guided process to enable our that three major module in this application. One is the SBI Life admin. You can admin section is there. Another is our supervisor. They are our impaneled vendor for investigation. And third one is field force. How it works in respective slide, I will explain you. The SPI Life supervisor, when I am coming, the clip provide the admin setup. So admin can set up for the SPI Life supervisor. So when claim intimation basically by nominee came to us, then they allocate. We have impaneled vendor supervisors are there. They can place the request for the investigation to respective vendors in respective locations and with all sort of information. So data is flowing through application. Data goes into the respective bucket of vendor supervisor. Then the vendor is allocating work to their field force that is known as investigation. So we have provided the mobility-based device agnostic solution. So in their mobile, that application is residing. They can go to the basically respective claimant area. They can take the data. They can take the document through mobile. At real time, they are sending the data to their respective supervisor. Supervisor validating all sort of data that is okay or not. If it's okay, then they are forwarding to the SBI Lab supervisor. If everything goes well, so within same day document processing is happened. So what means we have reduced the TAT from week time to within few days, 1 to 2 days. That is the basically major sea change in our the claims department. And second most thing, the totally paperless. What was the pain previously? The data, the paper collection, and even the document is the most important aspect. So paper movement always a challenging for us and for any departments. Now it's digitally data is coming in a secured manner and readily at real time. So that enables the claims department to settle their claim very fast, and in turn the customer got customer satisfaction. That is our major objectives. So what is the role of supervisor? Just now I explained you. Register themselves, the admin register themselves on the claim portal. They can change their profile, allow the claims vendor, they can allocate the investigators, though they can set up the companies, they can impanel the new new company as an investigator, allocate the case impaneled vendors. So impanelment is carried by the SBI Lab supervisor, review the cases completed by vendor and supervisor, review and reassign. Basically, it's complete workflow. And they can also review the case which is submitted by the supervisor. Next role of this is the role of vendor supervisor. They are getting the request from the SBI Lab supervisor. It's coming under the bucket of the vendor supervisor. They can also, that is, they are impaneled vendor. So they can, based on that, they can review the case, and based on their field force, they are allocating, they are creating the field force in their company. Those things are managed through this mobility applications. So the life for the vendor supervisor also become easy. Next one. Role of vendor investigator. So as you know, now the smartphone is the very powerful device, and you can change the world also. So this device having the application, so they can track what sort of allocation is done by in their dashboard. Based on the dashboard, they can contact with the respective customers nominee, and they can go there, they collect all sort of evidence, and they can submit the data to their supervisor. So So these things are happening at a real time. There is no movement of paper. Only digital data is traveling through digital medium. So what sort of advantage we get? Because we develop this application on the progressive web app. So they can use the laptop, they can use the desktop, they can use the mobile, they can use the tablet. So single source base is there. So any sort of device they can use. That is the beauty of this application. And end-to-end digital claim investigation process, seamless navigation, call to action from within the app. So they can call they can call the applicant, means the respective nominee from the application. So those features are inbuilt in this application. So there is no dependency. Go to the caller list, check the call, because all the contact details of nominees are available in the application. Simply through the application, they can call, contact, record the data. And second thing, most important, device agnostic. They can use any sort of things. So mobile is the first choice. As you know, various features is portable. And the most important thing is the Go Green. Go Green, so complete paperless. We are not taking any kind of paper. All papers are traveling through digital medium. So this, I'm happy to say, it's changed our means landscape, claims landscape. When we address the lots of forgeries happening, we can easily identify the raw cases, and our claim settlement ratio also better from this. And within 1 to 2 days, 2 days, we can settle the claims. Yeah, please. Any question?
Very good work, sir. Excellent
Thank you, sir.
work. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
It's a good application.
In-house application, sir.
Yes.
This is the in-house application, SBI Life, both
So
applications.
how big is your team working on these development of these apps?
We have 10 members team is there, sir.
Only 10. And what is your backend system? Core system?
Backend system, sir, all this application is developed on the Angular framework. Front and backend is the microservices, and our database is Oracle database.
Okay. So all these systems are now running over and above your core system. They are all integrated.
Yes,
Okay.
right, sir. So the middle layer is, as I told you, microservices, and SBI Lab having its own data center.
Okay. Good. Excellent. You have a backup disaster management also?
Yes, sir. Hyderabad is our DR site. So periodical in quarterly basis, we are doing the DR drill too.
Okay. Okay. So that is also your own data center, or it's a hired data center?
No. It's a private kind of things, but you can say managed, the managed.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we start, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, this is a Smart Care PWA. Basically, as you know, SBI Life is the insurance company, private insurance company. And this application we dedicated for the customers to do their seamless servicing from this application. So this application we have in-house developed, and this application having various features, like there are mainly two sections are there. One is the public, another is private in nature. In public, anybody can go check the products, what sort of products SBI Life is offering. They can check and get the details, generate the quote and number of times, all sort of product features, like saving products, uh, protection product, annuity products, endowment products, as well as suppose any customer about the SBI Life proposal. So check their journey, what is the status of the proposal. Apart from the policy status, what is the policy status, and pay the premium online, change the address. There is no need to visit the branch office. They can do their each and every activities through this application. So their life is very like annuity for the senior citizens. Major problem for the annuity product, they have to visit the branch. So it's very cumbersome job for them. So we have developed the COE feature, certificate of existence. There they have to simply key their policy number and DOB. A screen is appear. So it's multilingual, near about 13 languages, 14 languages, sorry, 14 languages we have given the facility. So they have to utter the statement written behind the on the interface, and it's recording happening, and we are generating the PDF. And so this way, what is seamless, we have integrated with the system. So there is no need to visit the branch. So once in a year, during the time for the annuitant, they have to do these activities. Apart from other aspect, this application also giving facility to the general user to understand the insurance. How insurance is basically separate. It's not an investment like term product. What is your human value when you are taking the insurance? Insurance is not investment. Basically, it's a misunderstood word. So a smart care giving the facility to understand this insurance also. And another aspect for new gen millennial customer, they can go check the products. They can what is their value based on they can take the still product also. And thereby because the things are changing very fast in the last few years. What happens? Even the online sales is increasing little bit slow pace, but new gen guys means millennial guys are preferring for the online products. So they are going. So we have enabled with online products are also there near what 15 products are available on that. So any online they can check there based on the need analysis, based on their profile. We are suggesting the product. They can check the product which is best suit for their profile and go for that. So based on the profile, they can buy the product online and the policy will be issued within the same day. So these are the major features of a smart care. So it's give the complete insight of the insurance. Apart from that, the claims part, claim is also a major aspect of the business. So they can put the claim intimation also from this application. So majorly in insurance, there are four major departments are there. New business is there, policy servicing is there, and claims are there. So in this application, we have developed is a device agnostic. So any device this application can run, maybe tablet, maybe phablet. So it's a device agnostic, and you can install this application also because this application is built on the PW Progressive Web App Framework. Progressive Web App Framework has having ability to install any app. Basically, internally, it's using the web technology, but the technology is this concept came by the basically Google came with this concept in 2008. So you can install the application with simply with the URL or it will behave like the application. So there is no need to go for the Play Store and you can download from the Play Store. So even it's available in Play Store or simply through URL, you can install this application. These are the major features for the pre-login service, like proposal tracker. What is the status of the proposal? Sometimes what I mean, SBI Life is a complete paperless. Our near about 99.99% proposals are coming through online, through mobile device. To check if any customer wants to check what is the status. Sometimes for based on the age criteria, some medical requirement raised, those status they can check, customer can check from these applications online. And also if any kind of financial requirement raised by the underwriter, they can check the status and they can upload the document from here also. So that is a very cool feature in this app. These are the pre-login service, pay renewal. They can also pay the renewal fee without any login. Simply keying the policy number and DOB, they can pay. And just now I explained about the SBI product. All segment product like sale, endowment, saving, or protection product can be viewed from this interface. Tools and calculator is there. They can tools claims tracker if they claim something regarding to policy, they can check from there. Set auto debit means this is also a major feature. Suppose sometimes you forget, suppose monthly or quarterly or maybe half yearly, your premium is due. So you can set the auto debit mandate from here. So there is no need to worry. Auto debit happen from your respective account. Certificate of existence, just now explained you regarding for the senior citizen and for the annuity product. Next one. Post login, this is already explained you. There you can change the basically MPIN. These are the servicing aspect of the applications. You can change your my profile, your picture, all sort of things. Uh, Download center is there various, you can download the policy document here. Claims corner, you can check the claims, what is the status of your claims. Knowledge center, you can know, just now explained about the insurance, all sort of things. Change profile image, you can change your profile image. Various types of notification alert, you can here configure. Track the applications, just now I explained you regarding per proposal per se. Additional things we have incorporated like transaction page there, what is extensively used by the policy holders. Yeah, so they can customize the interface like fund switch is there, the premium payment, those things they can put in one bucket. So when the post login, they can directly go there and pay the premium, fund switch, fund redirection. These are extensively used feature by the customer. So that will enable the customer to seamless do the transaction. Another thing, bonus details, suppose based on the endowment policies, they can check the bonus, what sort of bonus they got. From this interface, they will get the complete information. Customer can download the TDS certificate from here. Tracker already I explained you. E-mandate is there. Customer can enable the auto pay options through credit card, debit card, and UPI. So thank you, sir. Regarding for smart card, any question, please ask.
That's a fairly comprehensive facility you are giving it to the client, your customers. Practically, all things can be done.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Except for the final claim. For the claim also you are giving some facility?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have claim intimation. We are providing the facility for claim intimation, and they can check the claims intimation from this interface.
Okay, okay. You have endowment policies also? Or you have only pure?
Yes, sir. So endowment policy, just now explain you. So bonus section is there. Basically, in endowment policies, after certain period of time, you are getting the bonus. All sort of details you will get from this interface.
That's good. That's good.
Because the objective behind this smart care is the omni-channel. Omni-channel and everything from this interface, even the new customer, even the existing customer, they can perform all sort of activities.
Actually, you must be under a lot of competition pressure also, because your competitors are giving fair amount of services on the net now. Am I right?
Right, sir. Right, sir. So it is basically always we have to update, and this, as you know, we have to put some kind of innovation. Like just now, we are the first one in the industry. We have given the COE features. So as you rightly said, sir, it's a very healthy competition and sometimes very tough competition. So this is, and we have also.
Are you giving services to
Yeah.
the agents also?
Sorry, sir. Can you?
Agents
I'm
and
not.
agents.
Yeah, again, sir. Yes, sir. So
Okay.
here there are two things are there. One is the sir ISNP insurance self networking platform. Another is that is intermediary. That is intermediary. Their agents are coming into pictures.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, the business source by agent. There we have dedicated application is there. From there also from a smart care also they can start the journey. So for that we have given that is known as a M Connect application. Through that they can from this application we are redirecting to this application the same interface. So intermediary basically agent must have IRDA certified Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India certified agent. They have to pass the exam,
That's right. That's
pass the exam to sell the insurance. So that is known as the intermediary, assisted sales. That is
that's
known as assisted sales.
good. Good. Excellent. Very good.
Thank, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, please.
So this is a presentation by the Institutional Finance Department, the Finance Department on Orunodai. Orunodai is the ray of hope for the underprivileged in Assam under the rising sun. Next slide. So essentially, Orunodai was envisaged on the background and challenges of poverty eradication, on socio-economic inclusion of financially vulnerable families in the state, to bring transparency and bring about the end of pilferage of fund distribution, minimize the multiplicity of schemes and consolidate them under one banner, and using, for all the above, using a high-end digital platform for better delivery or outcomes. The entire concept was that of ensuring interventions on a digital level. We are providing cash transfers. What is the thing that we are providing cash transfers on a monthly basis so that underprivileged families, that is, who are being addressed by Orunodai, are assured of a minimum monthly cash flow through a sustained financial assistance program. We run this program through the unified DBT program platform named DIDS. We'll talk about DIDS a little bit more later on. And this is intended to subsume multiple schemes to ensure better delivery and outcomes. Moving on. So what is Orunodai scheme all about? Orunodai is the largest state-sponsored direct benefit transfer scheme of Assam. It is a robust mechanism for selection of beneficiaries. There is a digitized work process. There is no human interface whatsoever. The leveraging is, and for penetration, is to the last mile banking and mobile penetration. We ensure timely delivery of services on 10th of every month. This has been so from 2020. And over and above, this has an inherent audit tool. There is an audit tool built into the DBT, the DID structure itself. The entitlement. Imran, please go a little slow. Allow me to tell you when to move the slide. So, sir, the number of Orunodai beneficiaries are 19.3 lakhs. Each beneficiary today is provided with 1,250 rupees per month, which is directly credited to their bank account to provide medical and nutritional needs, and effectively means an additional per annum income of 15,000. The breakup is given right below. As you can see, 400 rupees for procuring medicines, 50% subsidy for 4 kgs of pulses, 50% subsidy for 4 kgs of sugar, fruits and vegetables, 150 rupees. First increment is of 170. Bill for 50 units of electricity is 250. The total amount is 1,250. If you can see on the right, you can also see that since November 2020, this when the scheme was started, it was 830 rupees, went on to 1,000 rupees, and now it is 1,250 rupees as on October 2022. We hope to grow this number and ensure sustainability throughout. Next slide. So, who are the targeted beneficiaries of Orunodai? The target beneficiaries are people or ladies and males who are above 18 years of age. The Orunodai scheme is for females only, and also for transgenders. But for Divyangjans, we are also including male beneficiaries. All the existing beneficiaries of earlier schemes like Deen Dayal Divyangan Pension, Asoni is a benefit that is given by the state, and the Indira Miri Universal Widow Pension has also been subsumed under the Orodoi scheme. Now, under the Deen Dayal Divyangan, it was 1,000 and Indira Mary was 300, which was also included. So, the inclusion criteria. Imran, please go slow. I'm repeatedly telling you, just hold on for a second. Yeah. So, all three following criteria need to be met by the eligible applicant. The person who is a beneficiary should be a permanent resident of Assam, should be presently residing in Assam. These are two non-negotiable aspects. Any one of the following, that is, a composite household income should be less than 2 lakhs per annum, or household having any member who is a dwarf or ailing from cerebral palsy, thalassemia, hemophilia, leprosy, or anything in the autism spectrum disorder, or an existing beneficiary of the Deen Dayal Divyangan pension and the Indira Mary Universal Widow Pension. These, please move on. These priority criteria have specifically been noted, which are households which have widows, divorced females, unmarried females, separated female, or specially able member. Poorer families, irrespective of those being covered under NFSA or not, are also considered. Next slide, please. The exclusion criteria are a little long. We are going to break this up. The households without any female member, former and current MP or MLA, current members of PRI or ULBs, urban bodies, regularly serving retired officers and employees of central state government ministries, offices, departments, and its field units, central or state PSCs, and attached autonomous institutions under government, as well as regular employees of local bodies and PSUs. Next one, please, Imran. We also have exclusion criteria serving all regular serving employees of cooperative societies, doctors, engineers, chartered accountants, architects, and registered government contractors, any income taxpayer, farmer families who own more than 15 bighas of agricultural land, a household owning a tractor. Next. And finally, any household owning a four-wheeler or mechanized boat. Please note, having a two-wheeler is not an exclusion criteria, or any household owning a refrigerator, washing machine, or air conditioner. As you can understand, these have been very, very clearly demarcated and noted, and guidelines have been established throughout with SOPs along with to the district bodies. Moving on. Next slide. Sirs, this is the scheme process flow. Are you able to see this? As we can see, a prospective beneficiary applies through the application form, which is collected and then goes all the way through the DLMC proposal. DLMC is the district level monitoring committee. There is also a GP, VCDC, or ULB level screening at their levels. It is uploaded on the portal by the districts. The data is validated through PFMS. Insufficient or incorrect data is returned to districts for rectification. Once the validated data is done, it is stored in the state Orodoi database, and bills are generated by Finance Department for payment. Payment is done through Treasury and e-Kuber applications. The direct benefit transfer is done to the beneficiary accounts directly, and a response file is logged in. The beneficiary gets notified, sir. This is also an important aspect, that the funds have been given and the scheme database is updated and payments are reconciled. Next slide. So this is a new initiative of the government of Assam. This is referring to the Orodoi month. Thank you. Moving on. The Orodoi month is a month in every year which is celebrated as Orodoi month. Next. For full verification and authentication of the beneficiaries at a field level, there is a process done. A social audit is engaged, and finally, there is purification of the beneficiary database. So, sir, essentially, the entire process ensures that there is an audit inbuilt into the tool, and there are other processes as well. The components of the Orodoi month are as follows. We talk about a verification, which is a door-to-door survey. We talk about exclusion and updation of the database. Suppose some family has been giving us wrong information, that is also checked in. Aadhaar, Epic, ration card number seeding is done in the database. There is inclusion of new beneficiaries. Affixing of the Onoday logo. This is a very interesting thing. At any Onoday beneficiary has a logo affixed onto their doors or their walls to ensure that they are an Onoday family. This is a means of bringing them under the umbrella of people who need support, vulnerably and financially support, and therefore they are people who are ensured access to justice and other civil benefits at the first level. There is also a beneficiary pledge where the beneficiary takes a pledge to support and follow the guidelines of the Onoday show. Moving on. During the verification and exclusion aspects, there is door-to-door field verification by verification teams. The verification teams report authorization by the district level monitoring committee in the DLMC, and there is updation on the Onoday portal. There are two levels of verification and monitoring. First is the DLMC, which is the district level monitoring committee, and at the grassroots level is the verification team, which goes door to door and ensures that all the surveys are done and connected promptly and without fault. Next slide. In the process for survey, the verification team visits the beneficiary households, checks for the eligibility, exclusion, and priority criteria, takes consent. Sir, please note that this is one of the first times where we are following all due data privacy laws. We take consent for collection of various data. The recommendation report for exclusion and non-inclusion is also submitted. The filled up survey form is done through a mobile application, and the report is sent to the respective DLMC online. The DLMC finalizes the exclusion report of the district and updates the data. This is a completely built-in process with protocols at every step to ensure security and privilege is maintained. Process for survey is the one. Next slide, please. There are other unique features of the Onoday month. This is a first time there's been a paperless survey of 20 lakh families by non-officials. We have done an Android-based mobile application for the verification teams on the grassroots level. There is a 24/7 technical support help desk. And this is the most interesting one. There is a voluntary opt-out by the beneficiaries who get an appreciation letter from the Honorable Chief Minister for all the opted out beneficiaries. It's an appreciation by the state that if a beneficiary says that we do not need the support of the state, there is an appreciation letter sent by the CM. This is the first time such effects and structures have been adopted by any state in the Union of India. Next slide, please. So this is a look at the digital infrastructure, the portal on how we are running the applications. Moving on. Imran, there's a blank screen showing.
No.
Right. This is regarding the financial outlay of Onoday. So initially, in the financial year 2021, there were 19.3 lakh beneficiaries, which has now we expect it to grow in FY 23-24. Are you able to see the screen, gentlemen?
Yes.
Perfect. In FY 23-24, we are looking to grow up to 27.5 lakh. Initially, it was started at 825 rupees. Now, we are growing in amount of crores. And as you can see, we expect to have a yearly financial outlay of 4,200 crores by 23-24. The end goal, as we had already given you earlier, the total amount so far is 1,250, but we hope to grow this further. Now, let us talk about the way forward. Next slide, please. One more. Gentlemen, one of the most interesting things about Onodai is the fact that we are using DIDS as a plug and play DBT portal. Onodai is the first web, I could say, scheme in the country which is completely digitized end to end and has no human interface or intervention at all. Now, in Onodai 2.0, when we look at growing the model, the DIDS program will play a very, very important aspect and role in it. I would like to briefly walk you through it. This is an end-to-end digitization with an integration in the Umang app, which is by Government of India. Umang talks about all the applications across the states in one consolidated place. And there is also CM dashboard integration for effective monitoring at the highest level. The CM himself monitors the status of Onodai on his dashboard, and it is integrated so that every month he is aware of how many payments have been made, if there have been any failures, and so on and so forth. Next slide. Just to quickly walk you through DIDS, the digital infrastructure digital infrastructure for DBT schemes is a project which aims to provide a common IT platform for the state of Assam, which supports the intake, registration, and determination of potential eligibility for one or more social schemes programs run by the government of Assam. As you are aware, DBT means direct benefit transfers. Now, the important thing about DIDS is that for citizens, this is about building awareness for the welfare schemes and its benefits. So the platform itself recognizes which beneficiaries deserve if the government wants to do a scheme for anything, say for students, say for elderly people, say for middle class people, say for the below poverty class people, say for anything. The government wants to make a scheme. The platform itself is able to recognize how many beneficiaries there will be. It can devise the entire scheme protocols, and it would also talk about building awareness of the welfare schemes and its benefits, creates an availability of a unified view to the citizens, and does away with the complex documentation, which is a proof of meeting all the scheme conditions. There is a reduction in inclusion and exclusion errors for the right beneficiary. Basically, for the government, the benefits are as follows. It reduces the scheme startup time and cost, creates an quick or easy means for identification and authentication of target bona fide beneficiaries, keep tracks of beneficiaries in case of migration or other geographical locations, talks about effective monitoring of the implementation of schemes with benefits reaching the right beneficiary at the right time. It eliminates unnecessary and repeated data collection, which costs and has a time cost as well as a effective physical cost. Next, please. Two more slides and I'm done, gentlemen, almost ending it. This is the core services of the DIDS platform. We talk about registry creation, service delivery, validation and verification, fund disbursements, monitoring, and data exchange framework. The data exchange framework is a huge aspect of it, but we are still building on this. Next slide, please. Gentlemen, please stop us at any point of time if you want to review or go back on any slide. This is the scope of the entire platform of DIDS. This is how we are looking at it from a mobile's view, from a computer's view, or from the integration backend view. We have tied in various aspects such as eSigns, DigiLocker, PFMS, IFMS, and we are talking about master data management, scheme management, and so on. We've also created form builders, composite application form generators, and so on, so that it allows anyone on the platform to reach out to beneficiaries without any problems. Finally, allow me to quote our most honorable Chief Minister. Next slide, please. To quote our most honorable Chief Minister, Onodai has literally given women a ray of hope symbolized by the rising sun. This is an unprecedented development milestone achieved by our government, which has had multiple effects: economic empowerment, financial literacy, extension of nutritional support, and above all, taking development to each and every home and heart. So with that, gentlemen, I thank you for your time and open the forum for any questions, any queries, if any. That's all of us from now. Thank you.
Sir, very, please.
Okay, I have one very basic query. What is the qualifying criteria of the beneficiary? How do you select and how do you identify? What is the basis of that?
We've already addressed this. Imran, please go back to the earlier slide. Just give us a second, sir. We are just Imran, go off full screen. These are the exclusion criteria. There is the inclusion criteria is right before. Just one more. First is the there you go.
But this is okay.
The first inclusion criteria, sir, they should be a permanent resident of Assam and should be presently residing in Assam. These first two are non-negotiable. These are mandatory conditions. The next three are anyone that either the composite household income should be less than 2 lakhs per annum, household having any member who is a dwarf, etc., and existing, or
Have
we
you
have
been
been an
able
existing.
to, have you been able to cover all the qualifying, what you say, people? Because see, somewhere in the slide you said that today you are disbursing this amount and then you're going to increase it to this. So I'm actually stuck on that thing. How is this increase coming? Are the beneficiaries going up or
The amount of money, the quantum of money is going up, sir.
quantum of money is 1250 what you're giving right now. So you're going to increase that.
Yes, we are going to increase that, and also over time, as more and more schemes are subsumed into Arunodaya, the number of beneficiaries will also increase, sir.
Okay, so you subsume those schemes. Okay.
Yes.
Now in Assam, there is an issue of Aadhaar right now. That is still going on about, because there was some problem under on the citizenship and all those things. So is this scheme getting affected because of that?
Not at all, sir. The scheme has already had verification done. As you can see, most of the Arunodaya beneficiaries have been vetted at a district level, number one, by providing their ration card, EPIC number, and so on and so forth. And further verification is ongoing. What we are trying to do is ensure that the beneficiaries are who they claim they are. And every year during the Arunodaya month, there'll be a re-verification and validation of all the documents submitted at the district level.
Okay.
So,
So that the revalidation will be a ongoing process.
yes, absolutely, sir. Annual revalidation process will be an ongoing process, but depends. If, for example, one set has already been done and we are adding new members, then the criteria will be checked. There will be random protocol tests also to ensure that there are no wrong beneficiaries wrongly listed or otherwise.
There are also been a problem of duplicate beneficiary, the same beneficiary.
Right, sir. Absolutely. This is, in fact, one of the primary reasons why we are building in the DIDS portal. The DIDS platform allows us to remove redundancies and remove any beneficiaries which have not yet been confirmed as a single source of truth for the primary database. So what we did was that we picked up the PDS database and we confirmed each beneficiary. Going forward, on every iteration and every time a scheme is subsumed, there'll be redundancy being checked at the district, at the block levels. And before any step is taken, that has to be confirmed at 3 different levels altogether.
Okay. Good. Carry on.
Thank you, sir. I have no
Very-
specific question to ask. Thank you, please.
Very kind of you, Updesh ji. Bhushan sir, it's a pleasure hearing from you again.